Good morning, everybody. I'm going to discuss a couple of things in this video. As usual, I always have something that, especially at nighttime, my mind kind of goes at night. It kind of like just wants to release some information, some things that I've learned. Hello, everybody. Hi, Desiree. Hi, everybody. Love and light to you all. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? Especially with these energies right now. And I'm going to say, like, especially if you're empathic and you feel you're a light worker, and I'm going to explain these things to you because everybody has their own definitions of what an empath is, what a light worker is. Hi, everybody. Love and light to you guys. Hi. You did, D? I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I was busy all day today, like running around doing mad shit. I'm going to explain my version of light workers and empaths, okay? First, we're going to see empathic people. I just put some wheat toast in there and I'm about to go get that real quick. No, but I want to explain my version of it because everybody has their own definitions of light workers, empaths, and clairvoyants, claircognizants. I mean, there's one meaning to everything, but there's different versions of being an empath, and there's different versions of being, okay, so you're an empathic light worker. Okay, so I obviously do not name myself like light worker, empath, starseed, because I'm all of them. Just like I don't name myself one religion because I'm all of them. I feel like just like I don't name myself one race or one nationality, none of it, because I'm everyone. Like I really believe I have everything and everyone inside of me. And I know this because I resonate with a lot of different people from different cultures, different backgrounds. I could get along with anybody. I can really be like fit right in. Put me anywhere and I'll just blend right in. Like go to Costa Rica and I could live there and learn Spanish within 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So, okay. So I'm going to speak on this. Empathic people. Sleep, what's sleep? Sleep is for people who go to bed. Instead, I'm up all night. Got thoughts up in my head. Gotta release them. Shit. No. Okay. Shit. I think I just said. No, let me stop. So I'm going to explain empathic people and to see, I'm not here to like do like a specific test or anything, but I'll tell you like how you can tell if you're empathic and then how you know you're a light worker. I'm going to explain light worker in my way and it's going to boggle your mind a little bit, but let's see how you guys are. Wheat toast, that's a vibe itself. For real. Dead ass. All right. So, no, this is how you can test to see if you are an empath or empathic or however you want to call it. So people who are empathic, they know, yeah, I am a Virgo. September 1st is my birthday. Virgo all the way, but I have a lot of Libra in my chart. Like I have like 5 placements of Libra in my chart, a lot. All right, so empathic people, I'm going to tell you how you know. So you'll be at home and you're feeling fine. You're feeling fine. Nothing's wrong with you. You're good. There's 2 different types of empathy you can feel. You can be an empath for people, actual human beings with flesh and bones, or spiritual energies, right? And what you need to know is the difference that you know about this is if you're there alone in your house, let's say, right? You're alone. Nobody's there. It's just you. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you start to feel sad or you're depressed or you're down or angry even or frustrated, okay? It's the Virgo Sun, Virgo Mercury that be getting me. I feel you. When Mercury is in retrograde, I like forget about it. But I try to work with the energies instead of against them, but also knowing that astrology is for a reason. Anyway, so if you're at home and you're just feeling out of nowhere, you just start getting anxiety. You start getting stressed out. You don't know why you're feeling this way. You start feeling confused and maybe even out of nowhere weak and tired. And immediately you're going to jump to, oh my God, I don't feel good. Something's wrong with me. You know what I mean? You're going to do that right away. But that's not what it is. You have to stop for a second and separate the energies because sometimes when we're feeling like a feeling and we don't know where it's coming from, the way it goes away, and I've learned this through the work that I do, the way that it goes away is to figure out where it's coming from. So how do you do that? How do I do that if I don't know where it's coming from in the first place? Well, the first thing you have to do is when you feel stressed out or when you feel nervous, and I know this is hard because a lot of people They're like, what do you mean? Like, you want me to just stop in the middle of having a panic attack or having anxiety and figure it out? That's what you need to do. If you want to figure out if this is empathic feelings or if really you just have anxiety and you got to take medication for the rest of your life, which I don't believe anyone has to, but I believe that people need to figure it out first before they can just jump off medication. I believe a lot of people are comfortable with a pill and, oh, let me pop it and it makes me feel better, but you can actually solve anxiety and depression and all that stuff if you just look into the fact that maybe it's not your energy, and maybe when spiritual energies are around you and you're not aware of it because you're not aware of the fact that you're an energetic being. Your consciousness and your thoughts are linked to very different variations of thoughts in the galaxy and the universe, right? So you could look at it as like an invisible energetic cord, right? So if your brain is like a brain, right? And then you have all these little wires, they're just attached to your brain, and there's just, they say we come here on earth with many spiritual energies attached to our aura already when we're born, because these are the people. Now make sense out of this. There's spiritual energies attached to us because we already pre-planned. Our life is already pre-planned. We already knew what we're going to do when we got here. So those soul attachments that come to you, spirit guides and just spiritual energies that are attached to you from lifetimes ago or from whatever, these are auras that you have to clear, right? Clearing karma. So I believe like our aura, our chakras are full of like different spiritual energies or different links to different entities or energies that we need to cut and release. And that is the point. And believe it or not, these energies help you actually ascend. You understand that, right? So even if they, I'll tell you in a second, the realist, why am I still up? I'm always up. And so even if you don't know this and you're not aware that you're a spiritual being, that you're not just a human being in this form, I'm here to tell you it's a whole ass fact. Like you cannot tell me, somebody like me who will literally feel as an empath, feel a person, like let's say I have to go to an event or a party, I will feel that person's energy on the way there. So I have to keep reminding myself, like, Florina, this is not your energy. That's not your thoughts. These are not your feelings. Like, I'll be having a great day. Here, great day. Everything's going great. Everything's going fine. And out of nowhere, I'm on the way to somewhere. And all of a sudden, I feel tired. I feel angry. What's up, Nove? I love you. Marry me. No, just kidding. On the way there, I feel tired. I feel angry. I feel frustrated. And that's because I'm an empath. And an empath can pick up on someone's energy no matter how far away they are. Now, if you're connected to as an empath, anyone you're connected to, whether it be your family, your friends, somebody who's close to you that you care about, I could promise you that if something's going on with you out of nowhere, you just start feeling down or sad or depressed, immediately think about why you're thinking this way, and if a name pops up in your head or you think of someone, all of a sudden you start thinking about your brother or your mom, I would suggest you text them and be like, yo, are you okay? Because for me, 90% of the time when I do that, I find out that something's going on with them. And that's a fact. I was supposed to go to an event on Saturday, and I promise you, I was like, I'm supposed to go. I paid $112 for the ticket, just so you understand. Like, that's not a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? So I was like excited to go, whatever. I bought an outfit. So really, I spent like $300. Bought an outfit, sneakers, everything. I was getting ready to go. This. I'm still on empaths, and this is how you know you're an empath. I'm good, Delilah. That's. How are you? Yeah, so this is how you know you're an empath. And I got ready, I got an outfit and everything, and I was like, something just would not let me get out of bed. When I tell you, I felt like I had a headache, my body was hurting. I was like, what the fuck? I was tired, I wanted to go to sleep, and then I couldn't sleep, and I kept getting up, and I can't, like, it was just weird. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then what do? I look, and the person that invited me to the event, that like sent the personal invitation to the event, come to find out he had COVID. And he found out like 20 minutes before the event, and he couldn't go. What do you think happened there? I said because we text on a group chat with the Angel Squad people. Hi, Miguel. And I told them, I don't feel like, I feel like something's off. We shouldn't go. Like something feels off. And they were like, all right, if your intuition tells you that, and then what happens, that happens. That's an empath. So empathy is really psychic intuition. If you really want to like really put it together, empathy is like psychic intuition, because when you feel something is coming or you feel a feeling, me, if someone's not right for me as a friend, as anything, this, I don't even need to do anything. All I have to do is like, let's say they send me a DM or something, right? And I read it. If this person's no good for me, immediately my stomach will hurt. And I'll be like, I'll block them right away. Right away. So if I talk to anybody, I'm talking to you or anybody on a DM, or I'm writing back, it's because I don't get a funny feeling about you. If I get a funny feeling about a person, I'm cutting them off like at the present, at the moment. Because in the past, as empaths, when we ignore our feelings and our intuition, right? Because your gut feeling is angels speaking to you, right? Your gut feeling is your intuition. Literally everything relies on the gut. And people who are ill and sick, if they don't have a good working gut, that's usually where all the illnesses come from, in every area of the body. It could be the mind. The gut is connected to everything. Everything. So your gut is healthy gut. I'm not saying you have to be skinny and all that. I'm saying a healthy gut, okay? You have to, hi dirty, what's up, babe? You have to cleanse your gut 100% all the time. Even if you're not skinny, doesn't mean that you're not healthy, because that's not true. Because I know skinny people that are completely unhealthy, completely. But it's like your body needs to be cleansed all the time. I'm talking about, I'm talking about pooping and all that, right? But you have to be going 2 to 3 times a day. I'm sorry, but if you're not, something's wrong. Like something's wrong with your stomach, especially if you eat all day. Like I eat once a day. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so what I'm telling you is that empathy is like psychic intuition. When you feel something's not right, if I'm on the way to something, I got somewhere to go, I'm going somewhere. If my stomach starts hurting, I'm not going, because there's been several times that I have said, I'm gonna be honest, it's just my stomach's probably hurting a little bit. It's probably that cheese I ate earlier or something. But no, it's not. It's not. It's always, my stomach will always be like, especially because I'm a Virgo. Virgo rules the health. And Virgo actually is in the gut a lot. Like if you talk to a lot of Virgos, a lot of them have stomach issues. My stomach, ugh. And they're very like, they'll take food and they'll smell it before they eat it. I do that too. It's a thing that we have with our stomachs and our senses. Our senses are heightened, right? Virgos, a lot of people's senses are heightened. But I'm telling you that it's not just Virgos. Every single one of you has a psychic, intuitive, empathic gift that is connected to your gut, and of course your feelings. Your body will vibrate in a specific way when something's not right for you. You will know. There's a Buddhist saying that says, when you meet your soulmates, because I believe we have many soulmates, and everybody's like, I want to meet my soulmate. I'm like, one? You want to meet one of them? Because I know I have like so many soulmates, and this twin flame shit and all that shit. I get it. Like, yeah, they say that for a reason. It's two people. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. And as an empathic person, it's the Buddhist saying is, when you meet the person who is like your soulmate, who you're meant to be with, like that you're gonna spend your lifetime with here in this lifetime. When you meet this person, you will be completely calm, no worries, no anxiety, nothing. TNYX, she says you have many of them. I'm gonna tell you something. You know how many people on DMs and on these lives all the time, you know what they call me? And even on my YouTube, my Facebook, all the time. This is one thing I hear all the time. Mom, Mama Flo, Mommy. They'll call me Mommy, Mom. Many of you have witnessed it. I thought it was just a coincidence, but so many people, and I'm saying so many as in hundreds, have called me that. And I'm like, how many fucking kids did I have in a past life? A lot. I've had a lot of kids in a past life. And I know this because I've had dreams about many children standing around me, and I'm just like guiding them and talking to them. I know that. I know because I've been a man, I've been a woman several times, and many lifetimes. Exactly. Well, so I do give a mom vibe, like comforting, but also I believe strongly like a lot of my children are out here, which is why I think I work with so many people, and which is why the way I work with people, so many people, like when they text me, like it's like, or when they speak to me, I bring tears out of them. You know, when you talk to your mom, like she's the one person when you have a problem, you just start crying. Like you can't help it. You're like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with me, because it's your mom. It's like she brings out the, you know, that's what I do to people. I bring out their emotions. I bring out things they worry about, things that they can't talk to other people about. But I do believe I have many soulmates. Exactly. Because I am protective. I am protective. It don't matter who I'm with. I could have just met you. If somebody goes after you, I'm fighting. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, oh, it's your problem. No, I'm not. That's not going to happen. I'm going to be like, what? Like, and that's not in a gangster, I'm gonna kill everybody kind of way. No, it's about like, if I'm with somebody, I want to make sure that we're safe, we get home safe. I was always that person who made sure all of my friends got home safe. Always. I don't give a fuck how many mollies I took that night. A bitch was driving home safe. Okay? Because I didn't play that shit. All right? So, what I'm saying as an empathic person, let me just tell you, you have all of the knowledge and all of the intuition inside of you if you just pay attention. Flo, I have a 3-year-old waking up at 3 a.m. every night and she sees something, we don't know what, but to help her in her home from whatever she sees. Ask her what she sees. Ask her, what is it? What is it? Say, is it bad? You scary? Is it scary? Like, don't make it scary for her. Like, what do you see? Do not fucking do that. When your kids are seeing things, my daughter, she's highly empathic. She's a Cancer and a Virgo rising. Her intuition is retarded. So she'll be like, Mom, today in the middle of the afternoon, all of a sudden I started feeling sad. And I was like, why? What happened? I don't say to her like, like I'll be like, Eliana, maybe you're just feeling other people's energy. I said, my sister-in-law, I said, your tika, which is aunt in Albanian, your tika was downstairs. She was a little sad this afternoon. I said, maybe you were feeling her energy. She's like, no. I was like, yeah. And she was like, maybe. Like, maybe I was. And I'm like, you were. It wasn't your... And another thing, when she feels energy, I know she feels energy because she will not stay alone in rooms. Ever since she was a baby, she used to look back. Like, what is that? I remember when she was a little baby, like 2 years old, she used to hide her head in my thing when we lived in a house in New Jersey, in Cresskill. The house was huge, and it was honestly scary to walk around. That's why I don't like big houses, because there's just too many places. Like, this house is big, but it's like together big. You know what I'm saying? How to explain it? Like, everything's next to each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything's like next to each other. But it's a nice size. But the house in Cresskill, that shit was huge, and it was creepy as fuck. So like, but it was beautiful, but it was creepy because there was like all these rooms, and like you got to, like, it was just creepy. So I would walk down the stairs where she would hide her head like in my shoulder, and I would look and I'd be like, yo, you gotta stop scaring my daughter. And I would know. And even at this time, I wasn't even doing spiritual shit, but I had a feeling something was around. But I'm going to tell you, like, you got to understand, everybody's got to understand right now, we all have somebody or something or someone or some kind of spiritual energy or entity that's around us. And it doesn't mean that they're attached specifically to us. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand, this is where family generational curses or ties or cords or energetic cords that I talk about all the time. That's why I say watch all the videos I make. All right, maybe I get annoying after a while. My voice is annoying, whatever. But the point is, I have a lot of information, and I've been through this stuff, and this is how I cleared it. And this is why I share it with you. So I'm going to tell you right now, have I always been an empath? My whole life. When I was a little girl, okay, let me just say this real quick. Your spirit guides will do something with you, and this is what they do. When you're younger, especially when they know, they know who you are. It's not like they're trying to figure you out. They know who you are. Your spirit guides are sent with you from the day you're born, right? As soon as you're born, you have 4 angels with you. The Quran believes it's 4 angels. Jewish people believe it's like 5, I think. Americans, excuse me, Christians and all that believe that, the archangels surround you and that you're born with a guardian angel and you have 2 of them next to you all the time, and then you have a good one. And, everybody believes that you're born with angels. Those are spirit guides, right? Your angels, your guardian angels. Now, they from a very young age will test us, not like in a scary way to test us, but what they will do. Are some of the spirits good and benevolent at times? Of course, there's good guys and bad guys in all scenarios. There's good guys and bad guys in real life, in the movies, and in the alien spaceships, and the sky, and the universe, and there's always gonna be good guys and bad guys. There's always gonna be good guys and bad guys. So you just get used to that notion, because dark and the light, it balances each other out. It's called the balance, right? And you ever seen why am I drawing blank? That movie, Constantine. He says they call it the balance. I call it bullshit, right? So it's like imaginary friends. I don't believe they're imaginary friends. I believe that they're either actually feeling or seeing something or communicating with something. But anyway, like I was saying, so your spirit guides from when you're a young age will start to test you. So what they'll do is this: they'll come around you a couple of times, show themselves to you, and like maybe even like go in the corner and hide and like try to, sometimes they'll speak to you and stuff when you're a baby, and you won't remember that. And as you're growing, they try to communicate more with you. Now, here's the thing: if you get really, really scared as a child, they won't bother you anymore. They're going to back off, and they're like, okay, she's not ready. No, not yet. And they'll wait till you get older and older and older and older, and you get more stronger and stronger, and you get more spiritually connected, and you understand things more, and you stop having fear so much. Because here's the thing, if your child is seeing something in the house, unless your child's screaming and crying and terrified, don't make it a big deal. Like maybe they could have like a grandmother energy around them, a grandfather energy around them. A lot of kids will do this, like play with nothing in the air. My heart chakra went off as I said that. A lot of kids will do this. And let me just tell you something. Your children that are sleeping in the cribs or in the rooms, they have so many angelic beings around them. Have you ever seen a baby monitor, the video of a baby monitor? There's so many orbs around them because they're being highly protected and guarded. I used to be so terrified. Oh, if I leave my daughter alone in here, I would make her sleep with me, and she still to this day is 10 years old and sleeps with me because of me. Because I was, single mom by myself, raising my daughter, so I would keep her next to me all the time, right? And I was like terrified to leave her in a room alone, but it wasn't because I was scared something was going to happen to her. It's because I knew spiritual energy existed, and I didn't want to like test the notion, what can he do, what can he can't do. But one thing I have learned throughout my whole experience is that we are so protected. I hear people say this all the time, like, oh, are the aliens going to invade us and take over the world? Listen, if they wanted to, they would have already done it and murdered us all. They don't even have to do anything. They just have to think about it and snap a finger, and we'd be all be dead. So I want you guys to stop being afraid of things, because that's the thing they do to you. And, especially from being an empath, this pimple is killing. It's like so bright right now. Why are you doing this to my life? Is it a pimple? I don't know. It's a scratch, but it looks like a pimple. So, such a Virgo. This pimple, I'll just notice the little things in my face. Anyway, I'm trying to get my face as clear as possible. But so I'm saying to you that like this is what they do to us, right? They put all this fear in our hearts. And who's they? Who the fuck knows and who cares who they are? I really don't care who they are, and I don't know who they are, and I don't care at this point. I'm not trying to point anybody out and be like, it's them, let's all attack them. Because guess what? We don't need to attack nobody. They'll attack themselves because they're so greedy and so greedy, so needing to take over whatever the fuck they think they're taking over, that eventually they're just going to destroy each other, because that's what greed does. Greed eventually destroys itself. They self-destruct. Right, so we don't even have to worry about it. I'm gonna tell you another thing. As empathic people, we tend to like think we can fix the whole world, and we want to fix our families, and we want to fix guys that we date, and we want to fix girls that we date. You can't fix them. You can't. You can assist people by allowing them to experience their journey. And like I said today, when I say to spirit, bring me those who you feel I could really help and all that, and I see it. But then when I see other people who are just like, they just want me to just like write back to them and answer them all day, I just ignore it, because I'm like you sound like you just want attention. And I know the difference today, because being an empath, I felt bad for everyone and everything. I mean, I can't watch a video of a child crying without donating money. I just can't. It's impossible. And that's why sometimes when I'm on YouTube, I'm like, please, God, please don't put on a video of a kid crying with no food and ribs showing, please, God. And then they do, and I have to donate. And you know, I feel like it's a good sabab, which that's what Albanians call a sabab. It's like, you know, Muslims call it a din, right? It's charity, right? And Christian charity. And when you do stuff that is good and you send the vibrations out for the good deed you did, it in Muslim culture and Muslim religion, they believe that you can bring somebody out of the grave and into heaven. You can help them ascend by doing good things for them. You know what I mean? Right. My brother always said I pick up boyfriends like they're stray puppies trying to fix them. Exactly. That's what empathic people do. You know, we meet somebody who's broken. Today, though, I meet somebody who's broken and I'll look at it and be like, okay, but I don't feel bad for people no more. Because when I felt bad for people, it kept me, remember this, listen to this part. Empathic people, yeah, exactly. I'm glad you came full circle or almost there by helping people. Yeah, in the end, it's helping you. Kelly Romy. You just said that, and I said that earlier today. I was like to my spirit guides, like, I know you think that I do too much and all that. I said, but you don't understand. By me helping people, it's teaching me. You know what I'm saying? I learn something about myself every day. What I was going to say is very important. Empathic people, you need to understand something, that when you're helping someone, if they don't accept the help and they don't do something with the help you gave them, your energy gets drained for no reason. And it's very tiring for you, not for them, because they're not empathic. So they won't feel none of it. But meanwhile, you'll be suffering the whole time because you're trying so hard to help these people. And if you keep doing that, you will constantly get drained over and over and over again. Them never even knowing or caring how much of an effect they had on you in the first place. Or the last place. Or the place after that. Headaches come to you because when spirit comes around or a lot of energy gets around, you have to clear it. So Palo Santo is amazing for that. I light the stick of Palo Santo, and when I get that heavy energy, I clear it. Today I did full sage in my room. When I say sage, the whole room was up in smokes. Windows were open, closet doors, everything, and I just cleared everything out. And I felt like a headache all fucking morning. And when I did that, it all cleared up. I took a shower. When you take showers, envision yourself clearing that negative energy from your aura and your spirit. If you've been doing business with people, or you've been connected to people financially or emotionally or energetically or any of that, and you, let's say you two stop, what the fuck is going on, bro? You two stop talking, or you got in arguments, or things didn't work out, or you know what I'm saying? It just didn't work out, and now you're separated. And I'm going to tell you a secret. You might think you separated from this person, and this goes in relationships as well as empathic people. And you'll know you're an empathic person because something will end, but it won't be over. Do you want me to say that to you again? Something will end, but it won't be over. You feel me? Like, it will be done, but it will not be finished, right? You see what I'm saying? It will be done, but it won't be finished. Something will end, but it won't be over. You have to truly understand that in order for you to clear energy after you deal with the person, no matter what situation that's in, when you do not fully clear energy after you deal with people, you will carry their energy. Because why? Because you're an empath. Empathic people literally carry other people's sadness. Every time I get on live with you guys, my nose goes crazy if you don't notice that by now. Empathic people carry other people's sadness. They carry other... That's why you... Like, listen, I'm here at this point. I'm strong today. But when I first started this journey and I started working with people and doing readings and doing healing and all that, let me just tell you something. At the end of the day, I was drained completely. As an empath, you have to be fully fucking aware that when you're working with people and you're even trying to talk to people, and you know I'm a straight up Virgo because the table right here is a little dirty and I don't want to get up. Look, I'm putting a clean plate. Like, that's what kind of Virgo I am. Like, anything dirty, I'm like, ugh. You know? So I'm telling you right now, like, if you are empathic, raise your hand if you think you're empathic, first of all. Raise your hand if you think you're empathic. Well, and if you watch this, comment below. I think I'm an empath for sure. By the way you're explaining it and the way you're telling me these things, I think I'm highly empathic. Because I feel energy that sometimes isn't there. I feel angry when it's hard being an empath, but I love to help people. It makes me feel good to help people. Yeah, help people, the real styles, but make sure when you're helping them that they're not draining you in the process, okay? That's the point. Please make sure of that. Make sure of that. And pretty much everybody is an empath in a sense, right? The whole world is, but Bia, my darling, everybody's an empath. Everybody is, but everybody doesn't know it. And a lot of us are going through depressions and anger and frustration and irritation and anxiety and all that shit. You know why? Because we don't know we're empathic. When we figure out when we're empathic, when I figured out I was empathic, everything stopped. The drugs, the sadness, the anger, the frustration, I started working with the energies with them instead of against them, because that's what empathic people are doing. Ultimately, we're working against the energies instead of with them. And so when we figure out we're empathic, we'll go, okay, I'm feeling something. I don't know what this is. I don't know where it's coming from. And then you stop and you go, where is this coming from? Is it coming from me? Am I angry? Am I sad? Now, an empath like me, I will absorb the pain, but it will go away as I figure out where it's coming from. But until I figure out where it's coming from, not every time, sometimes I'll just be like, when is this going to go away? It's nonstop. It's nonstop, right? So I've learned lately, especially, like if I feel something, I immediately go, what is this? Who's this energy? Is this? I walk around the house. Are you okay? What's going on with you? What's going on? Like, somebody will be sick. I'll feel I was feeling their energy, but I started to strengthen that, okay? Strengthen that, because it was a bond that I had that I was unaware of, just like with you. So if you're feeling my chest be heavy and my stomach has a feeling in the pit, right? So when you feel those things, you got to ask yourself immediately, like when you get nervous, anxiety, tension, frustration, even, because I am picking up that somebody gets real frustrated with their empathy and they don't even know like how empathic they are, because I wasn't aware of just how empathic I was until recently. And I always knew I was an empath, but the way it's been happening lately, it's been like, what the fuck? Like, it's inevitably like clear. Like, I'm like clear-minded. Okay, Florina, you are ridiculously empathic. Like, it's to the point where it's like, what the fuck? Right? But okay, so empathy, that's empathy. So learning to work with these energies, how? Once you start to feel down or you feel weird, or stop everything you're doing. Really just stop. If you have children around or you have something, you can't have a moment to yourself. I want you to take a moment to go to step to the side and just say, where is this coming from? I want to know where this is coming from. I want to feel the world is not even cold. It's us people killing each other mentally, physically, etc. Look here, like I said, empathic people worry about the world all the time. That's another thing I had to cut off. I used to watch videos like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Remember, you're an empath. Everything you watch, everyone you're around, everything you do will affect you. So what do empathic people have to do? Protect their motherfucking energy to the fucking fullest by not being around people, places, and things that make them feel energy that's not theirs, going to places that are not even worth your highest good. I've learned clubs, I don't need to go to them. Bars, even. I'll go like to an event or something, but like to go hang out at a bar now? As a person who's well aware of energy and looking around, I see faces. Like I'll see a devil's face in somebody and I'll be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And people will think I'm weird and why are you leaving? And because I just saw somebody's face shapeshift right in front of me, like I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you get emotional about the world. You gotta cut this off right now. This is the point of this video. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you don't start cutting off the pain of the world, you will feel that pain and the world is gonna keep being evil in their right? But there's always going to be good. So understanding that you feeling that energy is only giving light to that energy. You understand what I'm saying? You feeling the sadness and oh my God, there's this happening and that's happening and people are dying and people are sick. I know it's sad. It is, right? And I'm not being cold because I'm not cold. I'm a very in touch with my feelings type of person, but I've learned as an empath that I have to separate those emotions from me because that is the reality of the world. There will always be good. There will always be bad. Stop watching things that make you feel even more depressed or more angry or paranoid. If you're the type of person who constantly watches like, I used to be so into those ID, like killer shit and all that stuff. I used to love it. I used to be like, oh my God, can you believe that happened? And now if I watch something, I immediately tell myself, detach from this energy. It's just a holographic image. I'm just viewing a holographic image at the time, whatever you watch on TV. That's why all that shit you watching on, why you think I don't associate myself with Bad Girls Club stuff no more? I'm not judging them, but I'm not going to be a part of people and their fucking downfall because them watching low vibrational shit, like, no, I'm not talking about Bad Girls Club. I'm talking about all these shows that you see. And like, look, man, I like 90 Day Fiance, right? When it starts to get too much drama and they start fighting, I change it. I just want to see like the couples do good. I want to see them be happy. Like I like to watch Married at First Sight. Once I start seeing them in the drama, I just watch the beginning when they first get married. I'm like, oh my God, it's so cute. Then they start all the fighting shit. I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Because I can't put my energy into that. Right? And I got to remember that it's a holographic image that I'm just viewing at this moment because we are constantly being bombarded with shows that are shit and crap for us. God, do you see any shows that are inspirational on TV? Let me ask that fucking question again. I remember going to sign up to say, like, I want to do a show where I rehabilitate bad girls and I want to get their lives right. And they told me, no, you can't because it'll contradict the Bad Girls Club and it will be bad. So you can't. So you need to completely clearly understand they don't put positive stuff on TV. And if they do, it's on some network that nobody's ever heard of and nobody watches it unless a million people heard about it and like, go watch that. You know what I'm saying? Like Ayana Fix My Life or whatever. You remember that shit was on some like, the Oprah, nobody fucking watches the Oprah, you know, except for old white people, old white ladies and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's a fact. Let's just really just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever see inspirational shit on MTV, on VH1, Real Housewives of Miami, the fucking ATL and the, you know, Miami and New York and Africa and Jamaica and Queens and Staten Island and Brooklyn and the mafias and the... Where the fuck is the positive stuff? Like where? How do I feel about Bad Girls Boxing? I don't feel about it at all. I didn't even know that was going on. I don't pay attention to these things. You got to understand. When I tell you that I'm not involved with something, when I say that to you, just understand clearly I'm not involved at all. I don't watch it. I don't listen to it. I don't watch clips. I don't watch videos. I don't watch what's going on with this one, who's having drama with them. I don't care. Because when I cared, it made me stressed out. You got to completely understand. You put yourself in these storylines. If you can't get... You know, the whole point of this is to, when we say create your world, a news channel in Michigan reports positive news. That's amazing. That's amazing. When you put yourself in these realities, you know, because when you think about it, they're all just like different holographic images of different realities. My reality doesn't include any of that. I don't do drama, none of that. And I could tell you, I really live this shit. Like I go out, if someone irritates me, instead of like being like, shut the fuck up, I'll be like, love and light, patience. And I practice that every day. And it's not easy to separate yourself from the world of fuckery when there's fuckery all around you. You have to be completely clear on your path and your journey, and you have to stay with that. I can't go on here and be like, guys, practice forgiveness, love, and light, and then I leave here and fight and argue with people, and I watch shit that's toxic as fuck, and I'm like getting involved with all the toxic shit. I might as well just tell you to be toxic all day long, but I can't do that. Unfuck with a bull, because I don't even when it comes to politics and all this stuff, I don't pay attention to it. And yes, am I upset about the fact that vaccines are killing people and this and that they're trying to push it on us? 100%. But until I get a higher calling that's like, all right, you need to help us with this. Like, shit is going down. I know shit is going down, but right now, everything's working out exactly the way it's supposed to. Don't you dare worry, because right at the exact moment when we need somebody to come in and save us, not save us, excuse me, when we need somebody to come in and assist us, they'll be there. And we'll be like, what? And the truth, listen, the truth, empaths, I want you to know something. Detach yourself from feeling everything, because the truth always comes to light. Everyone that fucks with you in the darkness, talks about you behind your back, people that hurt you behind your back, that don't really love you, don't send out vibrations of love and peace and healing to you. These people will be exposed sooner or later. You ever been cheated on and you didn't know and you just found out of nowhere? I have. I didn't pay attention, didn't know. I was la-di-da-di-da. My first relationship ever, I remember. I was with him for 4 years. I had no clue that he was cheating on me for 5 months. None. I was there. But all of a sudden, one night, something pushed my arm and was like, look at his phone. Look at his phone. I was like, what? No. And I turned the phone over. And then the bright red light kept flashing. And I was like, fine. Because I'm not that type of person. Like, I feel like the truth will come to me regardless. You can try so hard. That's why I tell people jealousy and controlling people, it's honestly, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. You're going to find out anyway. Let it come to you. But I'm going to say something. If your intuition's telling you something and you stick around from it, as an empath, you could tell when somebody's acting funny or their energy is off. It's so real. It's so real. Yeah, of course. No, of course. Stop asking about this. We all got no going back. Yeah, exactly. But you see, Desiree is such a gangster. So I'm telling you right now, you have to be very clear on what you want in life. And I'm going to tell you, let me just say this because it's so important. Like, I just kind of like want to get it out, but sometimes like I'm trying to get it out of my head, but it's like, you're such a G. I'm trying to get it out of my head, but I can't sometimes. But I want to say this is very important, that we are choosing our reality every moment of the day. And I realize that. And I realize that I'll have a day when I just feel like just watching stupid shit and doing that, and I swear to you, my vibrations, I can hear my ears will go from I love you more. My ears will go from raised up to like, once I start watching shit or looking at certain posts or doing this, my vibrations go down. So I have to cut myself off. Like, no, that's not. I can't do it. Yeah, when you confront them about their energy, they think you're crazy. Then don't confront them about the energy. Another thing, stop trying to prove to people about how spiritually gifted you are, because I have a lot of people tell me this, and I remember this in the beginning when I was trying to explain to everybody, like, yo, I'm seeing this. This is what I'm hearing. I'm feeling this. I had this dream about you, and they'd be like, bitch, you're crazy. You need help. They made me feel so crazy, you guys. And they're going to make you feel so crazy. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm crazy. Call me crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it will make you go crazy if you don't stop it when it's like, nip it in the butt. Like, don't even tell nobody. You don't have no, you want people to know shit. Write it down. Write a book about it. Strangers will listen to you more than your family will. You could be like, family, like, hey, guess what? This is, nobody listens. But me, I'm the type of person, anyway, I'll walk downstairs, I'll be like, I had a dream about you, and this is what happened, and blah, 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 be careful. And it always comes true. Something always comes true, because I just don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me today. But back then, I used to just keep my mouth shut about everything. I was all in the corner crying, saying, am I crazy? What's wrong with me? This fucking pimple right here is like so annoying, and this one. And I'm glad I see these because I just did that thing on the suction face. Anyway, you have to pay attention to that. Like, especially friends and shit, when they don't support your spiritual growth, your enlightenment, your awakening, you know? I was crazy first. I'm older than you. Wow, you were crazy first, but I was like psychotic for a shorter period of time. Like, bitch, like I ended up in 4 mental hospitals. If you really want to talk about feeling crazy, I was in 4 mental hospitals, and each time, like, I was always trying to escape when they were trying to give me that needle to put me to sleep. I was fighting like 4 or 5 nurses. I remember. I'll be forgetting that I went through all this shit, because I think it's funny today. And I used to go in there and cause havoc, bro, havoc. I would make people do crazy shit, have people's mom sneak me cigarettes, and like it was crazy shit. Like I used to, but you gotta also understand though, at the time I was really experiencing spiritual. People thought I was crazy till what I told them came true. Exactly. Flo, I try so hard to help. There you go, right there. That's the first thing you're doing wrong. You try so hard to help some of your friends, and it keeps draining my energy, and I keep giving them chances because I've been friends with them for years, but it damaged me the most. Cut it out. You know, like in home, like in the Full House. Cut it out. You need to cut these people out of your life. They're not, you got to stop. Stop. I'm telling you right now, you don't stop. And I say this every time in readings, right? Today was wild. Today was wild. I did okay, Joey. Exactly. Today I did a reading, bitch, I swear to God. And this is how I know, highly empathic. Anyway, I'll speak about light workers like very, very shortly, but this is how I know. Hi, Miss Mika. How are you? Mrs. Mika. Today I did a reading, and I told the lady, I swear I kept hearing for her. I was like, if you're worried about leaving this person and you think it's gonna nothing's gonna go right for you and you're not gonna be able to leave the house, I promise you the universe is gonna make a way for you to leave that house if you just make the decision right now. And she goes, I'm making the decision. I do want to leave. I need to leave. Like, he's drinking and this and that, whatever. And she goes, I just don't know how to leave because he reacts crazy and like chases me or whatever. So she goes, Flo, like, I'm not kidding. Like 4 hours later, she texts me. She's like, Flo, what the fuck? I was like, well, she was like, I just got a fucking letter. I went in the house and there was a letter of eviction because for noise complaint. So he said he was going to go stay with his brother for a while because they're complaining about noise and they said they're going to call the cops. She goes, I have like 2 weeks for him to be over there and I'm going to be able to pack my stuff and leave. And I told her, if you don't take this opportunity, your life's gonna be shit. And I'm just telling you the truth. I was like, I'm not gonna be nice about it. Like, I was talking to her mom. Her mom was telling me straight out, you need to tell her now. Like, go. And exactly what she needed to hear happened. And she was able to leave. And that's why I tell people, if my spirit and your spirit guys are telling you like something ain't right, you need to leave it, and you don't listen, don't call me crying. I'm not here to baby you. I told you what it was. I've told my friends before, like, yo, you got to stop hanging out with that girl because this is going to happen. And exactly how I said it, like in detail, happened. And so they'd be like, you're making it happen by saying it. No, I'm not. I saw it happening. I told you it was going to happen, and it did. I told you to stay away from this person. And let me tell you like this. When you tell people constantly, this is what it is, don't do this, don't do that, and they don't listen, stop wasting your motherfucking breath. How about that? You're an empath, babe. I got to tell you, babe, if you tell these people, anybody around you, and they don't listen, it drains you. It fucks your fucking energy up. Do you understand me? Exactly. Friendships serve their purposes. So do our parents. It ends. We move. Like, you have to understand, everybody is actually here to teach you a lesson. Everybody plays a role. Everybody plays a role in your life to teach you lessons. Everybody. Everyone is here to teach you a lesson. There's not one person you don't run into. And there's not one death that happens or one circumstance or situation that happens that's not here to teach you a lesson. Everything's teaching you a lesson. Every situation, right? And you could either end up using the situation for the good, or it can destroy you. You could let it destroy you. And I would suggest highly that if you're in situations with people Goodbyes are hard, but they become less hard when you see something isn't working right away and you say goodbye right away instead of waiting until it gets worse and worse. For instance, went on a date with a guy, blah, blah, blah. Went on a date. It was great. He was a sweet guy, very nice guy. We had a fun time, laughing, joking, perfect, like, conversationalist. But I knew in my heart, I said, he's going to be, if he could be anything in my life, it's going to be as friends because he's funny, he's, like, goofy, and he's, like, friend status, right? And then, like, we made out and kissed and stuff, and it was nice, but then I felt like it just wasn't, it wasn't for me. And instead of continuing it on, I told him, I wrote him a text, and I was like, if you want to talk about this, if you're busy, he's like, I'm busy, you text it to me. Because I would have called. I'm polite like that. He didn't respond, so I texted it to him. It's not going to work out. I see you as just a friend. If you want to remain friends, we'll stay friends. But I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I don't want to pretend that this is going anywhere. And I could see that you want something serious, and I just don't think that it's going to happen with me. Boom. Saved him a headache. Saved him a heartache. Saved myself a fucking headache later on. Having somebody cry to me, oh, you bitch, you told me you love me. Like, that's what we got to understand. When we're not feeling something from the get, stop denying your intuition, because you're just putting yourself in a predicament to go around in a circle on the wheels like this. It's like the hamster on the wheel, like my hamster downstairs. He just goes in the wheel and he's just exercising and goes right back in his thing and falls asleep. That's what life will be like for you. Go to sleep, wake up, follow, go on the wheel. Go back to sleep, eat, shit, go on the wheel. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. People, best friends, relationships come and go. And when you cut things off right away, before you start to like get deep into, before you start to get deep into like something and you get like really deep into it, then you're going to just hurt people. And you don't want to do that. Okay. And light workers. I want to see the hammy. Oh, he's sleeping. He only comes out when Fruity Pebbles are being poured into a cereal bowl. He's like, Fruity Pebbles? And he literally comes out for that. Or he smells cheese. Then his fucking face is, he's like climbing on the gate. He's like, cheese. He's so cute though. But like, I don't like that they shit just anywhere. Like they have no respect. They just be like shitting. But he actually does. He shits in one little area. He's like, this is my poop area. And the rest of it is good. Ooh, pet rats are cool. That's awesome. My daughter likes rats too. Me and my daughter like weird animals, like snakes and rats and spiders. Like, we're weird. Okay, I'm weird. I love tarantulas. I love tarantulas. I like tarantulas. I don't want to lose Florina's friendship. You never will. You never will. I love you. Miguel is my baby. Light workers. They are very smart. What? Rats are intelligent motherfuckers. And I always say to people, if you ever want to survive and like the world's ending, just follow the rats. Like, they'll take you to a safe. My face has, I don't know what is going on with my face. Like, whenever I get on live with you guys, but it's always so itchy everywhere. I feel like crawling on my nose and I'm just scratching it. It's so weird. It's like a never ending itch. Slap your hand. Bad. But, light workers. Let me just talk about light workers real quick, because we got to empaths and I like kind of go all over the place, but it's also because I like remember things and things come to me. No, I'm not gonna. It's not that, Desiree. Every time I get on live and I like, first of all, when I'm talking to a lot of people, I feel a lot of energy around me. And it's not like, it's not spirits and shit. I mean, it could be, but it's a lot of spiritual energy, and it's like a fuzz. It's like a fuzzy feeling, like as if somebody's like, first of all, when I take pictures sometimes, like if you ever look at pictures of me, sometimes I could show you a few of them. I just see faces all over my face, literally. If you guys saw on my storyline, that girl Danica, when I went to her house and we went there, I kept telling her, yo, there's fucking, it won't itch no more. Watch that you slapped your hand, it won't itch no more. No, it's right there. It's still itching. It's like somebody's tickling me. It's like so weird. Like, those little hairs on your face? It's like someone's going like that to them. So that girl, Donica, I went to her mother-in-law's house, and it's in a private community. I don't want to say where it is because it's private. And, they live there. But it's in a forest, right? It's like a private community. I love you too. Private community. Desiree, shut the fuck up. Bitch, now. Hey, wait, does that work? Maybe if I smack my head. So it's feels like I have something crawling in my nose. So weird. That's when I'm on LSD. I've never taken that before. I want to though. I really want to do LSD or ayahuasca one day, but I want to do it like the right people and like in a situation where I'm right. So there's like symbols on my face. She said, I see symbols on my face all the time. She says that when she's on LSD, I see faces on everybody all the time. Here's the thing about me. You ever want to know something about a person? Show me pictures of them. I'll show you some shit. I'll be like, did you notice that? People be like, how did you see that? I'm like, my eyes just go right to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, every fucking time. So, we have a date for that flow. Don't forget. I know. I really want to do that so bad. By the way, in Amsterdam, ooh, my stomach is tickling. And this is why I feel specific ways about LSD and shrooms and all that. Because sometimes when I think about it, my stomach starts tickling. I'm like, I don't know if that's for me. Maybe because I'm already, third eye's already really awoken. I'm like, I did that. Forgot about it. Like, oh my God, I might just be walking around and see the other side of the world every day. I'm like, oh no, I should have never done that shit. No. But I've taken mushrooms before and all I saw was rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns, literally. And they say when you take things like LSD and mushrooms that they say like your actual like consciousness comes alive, like who you are, what you think about all the time, who you are, how you really feel. I must be a really happy person because all I kept seeing was rainbows and butterflies and kittens and mittens dancing on snowbells and lots of titties. I was just happy the whole time. I swear I could write a few rhymes. Can you go away, please, Pimple? Thank you. You too. And you too. I see you creeping up over here. So, titties. Yay. I love titties. Come on. I'm always like, titties. I love boobs. You know what I love? When women don't wear bra. Let's not start this conversation. Okay. When women don't wear bras and their nipples are like, oh my God. What? I can't talk about titties now? Bitch, my whole stomach. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, that was such a weird feeling. Oh my God, it's in my titty. Oh my God, it's in my titty. Literally. Picking up a lot of vibrations right now. Lots of them. And takes off bra. Titties. Bang, 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 bang. Here's the funny thing though. I love titties on other women. On myself, I'm like, why? Why the fuck you couldn't give me an ass? You gave me this shit. I pick them up and walk around and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so free. With them, I'm like, oh my God, I feel so held back. She's back. You okay? No, I'm not okay. I'm not called for help ASAP. Like, seriously, I'm not okay. No, seriously. Have you watched Baddies ATL? No. Not enough. Not. You can smuggle shit under them for real. You know what's funny though? I love how you guys always respond for me. It's so cute. I always say if I was ever stuck on a desert island, I'd be good. Probably have some fucking crackers in here, like some fucking, I don't know, top ramen or some shit. I'd be like, oh shit, I could last like 3 weeks with this. Cracker? Cracker? I want to do a fucking skit like that. Like me and you, Desiree, we should do a skit like that. Like we'll go on a beach and we'll have someone record us and we'll act like we're stuck on a desert island and oh my God, what are we going to do? And then all of a sudden, like we just look down our boobs and there's food and water trapped underneath it. Yes, I would if I was able to help people. Yes, I would. Which do you like better? BGC4 or All-Star better? I don't know, both of them. I like them both. Wilson! Titties! Like, it'll just be a whole fucking hour of me and you just fucking looking at each other's titties like, let me see yours real quick. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me squeeze that one. We did a whole video just squeezing each other's boobs. OnlyFans. Yo, what did I put? Only hands. $12.88 a month, and I'll beat the shit out of you monthly. That's a knee slapper right there. Only hands. I did squeeze your tits that night at the bar, 100%, like 4 times. I was like, let me just really quick, I forgot the side. Hold on, let me get the front, the underneath. Let me feel underneath. You're like, yeah, sure, squeeze them, go ahead. That's the thing when when you have big boobs, people just want to play with them. I do crack myself. You know why? Because sometimes I can't even believe the things that come out of my mouth, really. Like, and I don't even watch videos after I'm done with them because sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I just literally said sucking dick and sucking your stomach in at the same time. Do you know how hard it is to suck dick and suck your stomach in at the same time? Because I was talking about giving head with a person with a stick shift. And I was like, I had to like go over like, I did like, the thing backwards, but I did it forwards. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's it called? The bridge backwards? I did that shit forward because he had a stick shift. So I had to look my stomach and suck dick at the same time. Bridge, I was holding 2 different breaths at the same time. You know how hard that is? That takes a lot of skills. Like, I don't think anybody understands the severity of that moment. Like, I will never forget that moment. How about getting my pussy in while I was driving? That was hard too. Like, I had to keep my leg up. No, my bad. I'm driving with my right foot. I have my leg up here, and I'm trying to move my foot to the right. Like, I'm trying to move my foot to the right like this, with my leg like this. And the person's head was in here, eating my pussy while I'm driving. You know how much skill that takes? Like, don't talk to me about skills. You ain't never took a husband and a wife at the same damn time, made them both bust a nut. Like, when you can do shit like that, call me. Until then, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I had the husband high-fiving me and shit while he was hitting me from the back. He's fucking her. She's eating my pussy. I'm like, high five. Like, come on. When you can do things like that, just call me. If you haven't, just please be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be quiet. Please. When you get on my level, and then talk to me about shit. Until then, shh, little kid. Shut up. Fuck up. Call me when you can fucking do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy being greasy, but somebody gotta do it. You know what I mean? All those experiences. You know what I'm saying? For real. Motherfucker was high-fiving the he was like, thank you. I was like, you're welcome. I got you, buddy. I got you. Nah, pull the fuck over. What happened to light working? Here's the thing, another thing. Sometimes being a light worker is associated with you, like, fucking people back to normal. You ever had sex with someone and, like, you changed their whole life? Like, they were so insecure before they met you. You ever fuck somebody who wasn't that good looking and they were like, I can't believe I'm fucking you. That's never happened. I feel like that's a part of light working. I had sex with a guy with one leg. That's light working right there. I don't like if that's not service to the military and the army. Like, people tell me all the time, like, how dare you say you don't like wars? Like, bitch, I've done my service. Like, I've served the army and the country. Like, the guy had no leg and I fucked him. So I served my motherfucking country. What the fuck have you done? He had no leg. Like, put to the top. Like, his pee-pee went over the fact his dick was longer than his right leg. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what service have you done for our country? Nothing. Fuck out of here, bitch. I'm sucking off somebody with one leg. Like, fuck? How much service can I do? Like, I just fucking saved the world right there. That's light working right there. Like, I made that motherfucker feel good. Not no leg. But guess what? He had no leg, but he used that one leg. He knew how to balance his arm and the one leg, and then he was, you know what he was doing. Listen, I've traveled the world. I don't know what to tell you. I've been in many situations. Don't judge me. But no, but seriously, light working. Oh my God, I cannot believe I actually leave these videos up. I need to just get on the stage and just start doing comedy for hours like Dave Chappelle. Just sit down and get an audience and just start talking for hours. All the stories I have and all the times. See, the thing about everybody else that you guys don't understand was for me, like everything I did, I was like, fuck that. I'm fucking on TV. People are liking me. I'm like, I'm about to use this shit to my advantage. There was guys that I fucked that I was like, I cannot believe I just had sex with him. Does he know how hot he is? Because just because I was flow, like I was like, I'm riding flow the fuck like all the way to the fullest. Like I'm riding this flow thing all the way out. Like fuck that, motherfuckers is supermodels talking about I can't believe I'm meeting you. Oh my God, yo, like, guys from like Kentucky or whatever, but they have no clue how hot they are. And I just meet them and then that's light working right there. I'd be like, do you have any idea how hot you are? They'd be like, me? No. I'm like, dude, you're like a fucking supermodel. Like, I can't even tell you how many people I boosted their confidence in one day. Like they thought they were nobodies and I made them I feel like that's a form of light working. But really, light workers, for real, like on a serious note, light working for me is gimbal. Light working for me is that's such a vibe with Staten Island people, I swear to God. For real, for light working for me though, I do it in this dimension, but I do it a lot in my astral dreams, in my dream state. Just the other day I had a dream that I was at some woman's house. She had like a bunch of kids there and there was like a dark energy there and I was like praying and getting it out of the house and I got it out, right? I was the one leading the prayer. Like everybody come out, not praying, but like calling it out, like, doing energy work and pulling it out. And then, so I know I was doing it because at the end I was leaving and she was bringing me like Turkish coffee cups and she was like, thank you, thank you. She wanted to give me a gift and I was like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And I left. Like I was that's light working right there. Light working is when you could take dark energy and move them over to the light. You know what I'm saying? There's some dark energy. They don't want to move to the light. That's not your responsibility to make anybody want to do anything. Honestly, it's their journey. And the way I see it is like the more you do shit, and if like I'm not aware of it, I'll become aware of it. And once I am aware of the energy, I will move it like out of my way. And again, I'm so strong today, and I'm going to say this with confidence because I used to say this with no confidence. Today, I'm saying this with confidence. Nothing and no one can destroy me anymore. They've already tried, and I've already destroyed myself in many ways, and I've come back multiple times and from the dead, actually, literally. And guess what? Today, I'm strong enough to say you don't affect me anymore. No matter what you're doing, what you do will be exposed and you will be found out. There's a form of light working where you work with specific energies and they can't seem to like move on or forgive themselves or let go or move to the light. That's a different type of light working. But then there's this type of light working where it's like, you're aware of the negative energy, like that's trying to like expose itself to you in your dream state, for instance, or even you'll feel the energy around you or like I'll feel the negativity. But I honestly, at this point, I've gotten to the point where it's like, yo, you need to figure it the fuck out for yourself. Like I went through my journey and I worked my fucking ass off to not be in the darkness. And if you can't figure out a way, especially if I'm showing you every day, and if you're around me and you're a dark energy, is at this point I've gotten to this point, and you should get there too. At this point, if there's a dark energy and they're around you all the time and they see you working on yourself every day and they cannot let go and move on to the light and they don't learn from you, then this energy is just there to just watch you. It's like a hater. They're watching you for no reason. They don't love you and they don't care about you, but they watch everything you do. At some point you will be exposed. The light will be exposed to you. If you don't want to work on yourself, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not your mama, right? But if you think you're going to have a negative impact on me anymore, I'm too aware today. Maybe I wasn't aware in the past and I didn't know. And so sometimes it would affect me. But today, I'm like, no, nothing affects me but me. Like, it's just me. It's me versus me. And there is no me versus me because I already won the battle. The battle is over. The hard part is over for me personally, which is why I'm constantly trying to share my journey with you guys so you understand. Remember, if you watch anything of me like 6 years ago, I was a mess, dude. And I'm not even ashamed of it. Like, I look at my pictures of a long time ago. I'm like, oh my God, you could see a broke down, in pain person, just trying to figure out what is going on, and just like everybody else, which is why I work so hard to try to help everybody else figure it out. But I also can only give you, like, you could lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make them drink. And I love that saying, because I could literally lead you to all the answers. I could give you all the answers, but if you don't take the steps and the initiative to work on yourself, you will never get there. That is the point. You will not get there if you do not work on yourself. Here's the thing, and people think, oh, well, what? It's not working. Bro, it took me 10 years to get out of a cycle. So finally today I could confidently sit here and look at you in the eyes, really look at you in the eyes and say, I've completed a very dark cycle in my life. It was dark. It was so dark. Like, it was so, if you had a day in my life and one time, you'd be like, oh, how the fuck did you get out of that? I was deep in the fucking darkness. Deep. I was in hell, walking through it with my fucking shoes off. Like, yeah, it's hot. I don't give a fuck. I'm here anyway. You know, and today, when I have energies that come back to me from the past, whether it be in the astral, in my dream state, or in this dimension, when that happens, I'm going to tell you, I don't look back at it. Here's a very powerful thing. When you get out of the darkness, you cannot look back at it. So there's people right now, because I'm the way I am and there's people, exes and stuff like that are trying to contact me through many means, whether it be emails or YouTube or Instagram, whatever it is. And they're just like, I want to talk to you. And I'm not like, you know, that part of my life, my story is over with, and I hope you could forgive me for whatever I done, but I forgive you, and they'll be like, forgive me for what? And this is why I'm saying to you, stay the fuck away from people that come up from the past to try to trigger you or make you remember who you were, because you're not that person anymore. Do not go back to the people, the places, or things that make you remember who you were, that you weren't proud of at the time of who you were. Because I could look back at my life right now, and I'm not saying my life was shit, because I had a great life, but there was moments in my life I'm not proud of. And when I look back at it, instead of looking back at it and going, ew, I can't believe I did that, I'm like, well, that wasn't me. I literally will look at, that's why I tell people, when you see yourself in the past, you got to say, that was not me. That's not you. This is me. Loving, kind, feeling good, wanting to be happy, wanting to be peaceful, wanting to love everyone, wanting to be, you know, that's me. Like, I know, Desiree, that's me. This is the real me. The real me is loving, is kind. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I know I'm strong. I know I'm tough. I don't need to prove myself to anybody today. Back then, I felt like I had to prove myself. Look how tough I am. Look how strong I am. And I am still very strong, but I don't need to prove myself to anyone, not in this dimension or any other dimension. And whoever, whether they be family, a generational family, ancestors that don't like what I'm doing, listen, I'm working on myself. No matter what, I'm not perfect, but I let go of everything. And you know how hard it is to fucking let go of shit. And I'm trying to be a perfect example to myself. Forget about everybody else, because the only way I could be an example to anybody else is by being an example to myself. And so that's why I have no shame. That's why I don't care. Like, you know, like, I'll have people like say to me, like, oh, why don't you do your hair and makeup when you get on lives? Like, you should do it. I want to. I really do. But I really get on and a lot, and I work as much as I can. So if you understand this as a human being, I'd rather people resonate with me by, maybe not everybody's going to be up my ass, because I'm going to just say everybody is so addicted to watching people look as fake as possible. And I'm not trying to say that everybody who wears makeup and does their hair looks fake. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is everybody resonates with that so much. That's because the world is fake, right? So you have a small percentile that's going to stay with the realness. And no matter what anybody says, I know my realness. I can feel it in my heart. I know it. Today I can look at you and say, I'm real. Like, if I don't like something, I'm going to say it. If I like it, I'm going to say it. And if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do it, I won't do it. And this is the real me. And if people don't accept that, it's because they don't resonate with the reality. Like, when people tune out of my lives when I'm talking about something deep, that's because they're not ready for that message yet. They're not ready, hun. They're still, exactly, Desiree, exactly. So they're still, you know what I'm saying? With funny Snapchat filter, please, can you do it with the funny Snapchat? I did that day. I did it with the lips. It was hilarious. I was like, you guys have to hear me. And I, like, the lips were blowing up and I was saying important things. But that's the thing about life today. I've learned that I have to just accept me for who I am. And I'm trying very hard to like, not trying very hard, excuse me. I am working on myself, right? And it's becoming easy now. It was so hard. The work was so hard. I kept going back to the toxic things I was doing. And I realized like, that's just not for me. And it's like, I tried to go back to it and it didn't work for me. And I learned it's not even about being perfect. It's about working with myself and figuring myself out and learning who I am and learning what I like and what I don't like. Because only that and that will teach me at the end of the day where I'm going, and my life is going to be my decision from today on. And that's what we all have to do. My right eye is, I'm getting heat in the right eye. My journey today is going to be freedom from now on, right? I've already been through the tough parts. And when you could say to yourself, I've been through it all, I done seen it all, I've been through the tough parts, and now it's time for me to take the next steps, let go of everything that I'm telling you, all this low vibrational stuff that we attach ourselves to accidentally or on purpose, we have to learn to let this go. It is really cold. It is really tying us down. It's keeping us bound. It's keeping us bound to something that's not ours. A lot of times, a lot of us are connected to energies that are not ours. Unfortunately, we do have ancestral DNA and generational things that are tied to us that are not ours, and we're carrying it from them. That's why I gotta say, let that shit go. Like, if you can know that it's not you and you don't think this way, you have to cut yourself from that type of feeling. You see what I'm saying? Like when you're connected to ancestral DNA or your family line, or how they think and how closed-minded they are, or how mean they are, or how not level-headed they are, or how they speak to you. They speak to you that way because that's how they see themselves, right? When you speak to someone a specific way, you really seeing yourself that way. And I know that today because now when I have a conversation with my sister, my brothers, my mother, anybody, I understand their point of view because I no longer think about myself that way. So if someone in your family is talking to you like that, or they're treating you like that, or somebody you're dating is treating you like that, this is people that they don't feel good about themselves. Charlie, it is really not hard to detach. It's how you play it out in your mind. And what we tell our minds, like, this is really hard. Like I would say, quitting smoking is really hard. Now I'll have like 4 cigarettes a day. I was smoking up to a pack and a half a day. And now I'll have like 4 cigarettes, and I don't even smoke the whole thing. I literally cut, look how much of the cigarette, I have to do this. Like I cut the cigarette off. I just don't know why I do that, but it's the way it is. And I'm trying to completely quit. And I keep going back to the vape and this and that, but I'm trying to quit, and I'm going to quit. I already know. I said when I'm going to Amsterdam, I'm going to be on that flight for so long, I'm not going to have a cigarette. I'm going to get off the plane. I'm just not going to touch a cigarette. And I'll be fine. And I have plans. And when I say I have those plans, I keep them into fruition. You have more work to do, as in working on the fact that you don't want to attach yourself to energies like that, because as empathic people, we kind of almost like to feel things. And we're actually we got put here to feel things. Yeah, you could still be an empath and have love for these people, but shelving them and knowing when to play them is the key. You just heard what she said, shelving them. Put them on a shelf, because sometimes you'll have to go back and read that book all over again. You might have missed a chapter. You know what I'm saying? You might not have read a paragraph well enough. So then you might sometimes have to review something, because it's not about reviewing them as in going back to talk to them. It's about looking back at the lesson that you learned from there to help you guide you through a lesson you're learning at this moment. So even relationships that are connected to each other, you literally will sometimes have a relationship that will remind you of another one. You have to look back. Oh, what didn't I learn from that relationship? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like she said, shelving them and going back and reading the page all over again. I stopped smoking blacks and cigarettes, and now I just vape all day. And I know it's not super better, but listen, it's a start. It is a start. But just, like I said, be careful with the vapes. That's all. Just try not to do it all day long, because even with the Juul, like when I had it, at least I was trying very hard, like every 30 minutes or so, to take a pull or two. And it's different. The vape is a little better for me because, if I could vape and take a few pulls, and I don't want to smoke that vape all day. It gives me a headache. I need like a pull or two and I'm good. And it's too strong. I can't do it. So, work on yourself slowly. You don't put pressure on yourself. Look, I'm working on a lot of things too, man. Everybody is. It's not easy. What the fuck? You know, like I said, everybody that's doing things that is not healthy for them, they'll figure it out one day. They'll figure it out one day. I'm a healer in my family. It's so draining sometimes. Everyone needs help and I need to learn how to stop. You definitely do. Because if you keep doing that, you're going to hurt yourself. That's all it is. Yeah. I I'm gonna just say this real clearly, like nothing and no one can affect you if you don't allow them to. And you know, I'm literally me. As far as me, I'm tired of letting anything affect me negatively. It's not gonna work for me no more. I'm not gonna allow it, and I don't care what anybody's doing. You do whatever you want to do, and you're not bothering me, son. You're not gonna bother nobody in my family either, because I promise you, you fuck with me or my family, it's gonna be a problem. You know, and I'm saying this about anyone. I don't play that shit no more. Like, yo, go about your journey. You could take a walk. I really don't care at this point. You feel me? Like I'm over and done with the bullshit. Like for real. I'm over and done with paying attention to the bullshit. I no longer subscribe to your issues. You have to figure it the fuck out. Like I figured it out myself. Not saying that I did everything myself, because I give a lot of accolades and credit to my spirit guides, God, angels, archangels, healed ancestors, my starseed family, 100%. Gotta give it up for the starseed family, all of them. But at the same time, if I didn't put in the work, I could have never done it. You see what I'm saying? If I didn't put in the work, it would have never have gotten done. I had to put up the work. I had to do all the footwork. I had to deal with the pain and the crying and suffering and the sleepless nights and loneliness and the anger and the abuse and the addictions and the depressions and the sadness and the suicidal thoughts. And that was all me, cuz I had to deal with that. Like, as much as you want to say, I had to feel everything. Well, Kitty, because you know we are mirroring each other, and when you run into someone at the perfect time, it's not a coincidence. Spirit led you to it, just like I get led to people all the time, led to the right situations today. I would get led to a lot of different types of situations, but let's clear the energy in here, please. Let me just really quickly, and this is how I do it as an empath, as someone who's a light worker and someone who's powerful in my own right. I will stop when I feel just feeling a little bit like, you know what I'm saying? I will stop and I will send out a vibration of love and light all around me. And I will ask the archangels, Elohim, Holy Spirit, God, angels, light and love, all those who protect and guide us and love us, to come in and put up a barrier of love, peace, and protection around my home. May the angels sing around it. May the seraphim and all the cherubim be around, singing and guiding this home. And may anyone or anything who has malicious intent, who has any type of anger, bitterness, frustration towards me or anyone else, to please send them the love and the light that they need to be removed from my space and my aura right now. I send out a vibration of love, of light, of healing, and I remove and clear anything that does not serve my highest good at this very moment. I clear it up, open up the portal, exit only. And I imagine and I see my angels, they coming in and they see the portal open, like, oh, you're bothering her? Okay. And you get sucked right out. Off you go into your little world. I'm not here to, you're not going to be here. Anything and anyone who has anything that they do not agree with here in this moment, you can leave right now. Clear the energy, clear the energy, clear the energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, love and light. Thank you. Thank you, holy angels. Thank you, light. Thank you, love. Thank you. And that's it. Close that portal up. It went from irritating vibrations to peace. This is the way it goes. Because you control the energy. You're not going to come in my world and fuck with me no more. Like, we've been there. We played that game and it didn't work out too well for me or for you. I don't even care how it worked out for you. You're not gonna do it no more. I'm done. I'm done playing games. Like, this is this is my life. Like, I'm gonna live it the way I want to, and if I don't want nobody around, they're not gonna be around, period. That's it. Like, it's not gonna happen no more. I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of the bullshit. It ain't going down, brother. Like, no. You're not gonna do that. We letting that go right now. Right this very moment. Like, cut those cords, Michael. Archangel Michael. Cut those motherfucking cords. You hear me? You hear me, cuz? Cuz I've been patient long enough. You feel me? This is how I do it. Like, when I'm done playing with energies, I've been patient long enough. Take it away. Remove it. I don't even honestly don't care anymore. I don't even care why they're here, what they're doing here, what agendas. I don't care. They gotta go. It's time. I don't care who you're attached to, where you can't. It doesn't matter. It's time to go. You will leave this space. And that's that. That's the way you got to do it. I'm tired of playing with energies. Here's the thing. We got manipulative energies all over. In every dimension, in every time and space, past, present, and future. I'm tired of allowing them to come into my world. Like, you know what? Am I in your motherfucking world playing right now? No. And if I am, I'm not aware of it. And I don't mean to do it. But if I am, I'm sorry. Because I don't know I'm doing it. My bad. But you ain't gonna fuck with my shit. No. We've been there. I don't played way too many games. I've been way too motherfucking patient with spiritual energies. And I know why I'm here. I'm here to ascend. I was here to battle darkness and step into the light. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going to stay in the darkness. And I'm not going to play with you in the darkness. You're not going to do no funny shit to me, make me feel funny. Because a lot of women out here experiencing sexual, predatory, spiritual energies. And they don't even know it. They don't even know it. That they're being, like they're being basically like raped in their sleeps and touched. And you ain't gonna do that to me. You're not gonna play with me, son. You did that shit to me when I was a girl, when I was 17 to 19, and it fucked with my head. And you know what? Just the fact that any spiritual entity, energy, anybody got away with that, it upsets me. And I get really upset about it sometimes, but I have to remember to be in forgiveness and patience and love and light. But also, like, whoa, like, that should not be allowed. That should be 100% not allowed. Unless I sign some kind of contract to have like invisible babies with invisible aliens, and I don't remember it, but I cut that contract out. That's not going to work with me unless that. But I think you have to question whether you should or shouldn't. There's emotion. Is suffering right now knowing when to unsubscribe. That's the problem I'm suffering with right now. Knowing when to unsubscribe. You got to know as soon as your intuition tells you. And if your intuition tells you right away and you don't do it right away and you don't cut it off right away, it's going to go on and on. That's what I'm doing right now. This past 2 days has been of me clearing and cleansing and removing things. And here's the thing. There are things I don't even know what I'm removing, but I know I'm removing something. I just feel it. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's invisible energy, maybe. Maybe it's me with me. I don't know, but I don't think so. It's not me with me because I know what I want. I know what I want. I want to be happy. I want to be free. I want to be peaceful. I just feel like there's certain energies or entities or even family members from the astral or whatever that just don't seem to want to move on. And guess what? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't care anymore. I've been way too patient, way too long enough. I'm ready to live for me. Honestly, like, I'm tired. I'm ready. Like, as of right this moment, I don't know about the rest of you, but I am ready to live for me. And I'm tired of living for everyone else. And how do they feel? And oh my God, I gotta, watch out for their feelings. Listen, who's looking out for my feelings? Anybody? 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 Nah, they're not. They're not. They're not. So I don't give a fuck either. How about that? Exactly. When empaths and lightworkers start to level up, that's the loneliest part of it. But I'm going to tell you, it ends up being the most beautiful part because that loneliness eventually leads to such empowerment that, as long as you don't begin to isolate, when you start to isolate, and that means that you just... Now, because you've been alone for so long, you just don't want to go around nobody, and you're being all like, meh, it's like I get sometimes, like, I'm not going there. Ooh. But no, most of the time, if I don't go somewhere, it's because my spirit is telling me, don't go, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about like how you work with the energies. Again, listening to your intuition is going to be very important. Really listening to your inner guide, right? Your gut intuition, your angels that are within you speaking to you and letting you know, hey, this is not right. You don't even shouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So just stay focused. Stay in the love. Stay in the light. No matter what. No matter how hard it gets. No matter how many tests are thrown your way. Right? No matter how many tests are thrown your way. Please. It's, you know. Like, I'm not in high school no more. I'm already done with the school and the lessons. Like, I want to move on. Like, please, just God, understand that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but it's time to think about myself. Like, and I want you guys to understand what I mean by that for you too. Like, when you're feeling that it's time to think about yourself, you got to start doing it. You know, you can't say, I want to, this is what I want to think about myself, and then you're not doing it, because then it's contradictory, right? Like I said, I'm putting in work right now. I'm resting in between because I know what I got coming. My intuition's always right. I'm like, okay, in like 2 months, something's about to happen. Or in like 2 weeks, something's about to happen. I feel I'm like, something good is about to come my way, something good. And it does. Or if like, I feel like, oh, I shouldn't do that. That's something bad's going to happen if I do that. And then if I feel that way and I don't listen to it, then I'm just fucking myself in the end. You know what I'm saying? And I can't cry later when, you know, I can't fuck myself and then go around and tell everybody I got raped. You know, that makes no fucking sense. Like, I just fucked myself. Nobody did it to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Charlie, I know. I gave you peace, but yo, here's the thing. Don't ever get it twisted. When I started doing mediumship, I said to my spirit guides, listen, if I'm gonna do this, I do not want to be a fake reader. Please don't embarrass me. Like, this has to be genuinely done from the heart. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. And since that day, if I don't feel something, I don't even say it. If I feel it and I hear it and it's being pushed on me, I'll say it right away. And that's the thing about when you get a gift, right? The way you use it is very important. And you'll know, it'll determine what kind of spirit guides you have around you, what kind of assistance you have from the other realms. I'm not calling in assistance from just anybody because it's not all about information. If it's not meant to be, I won't receive it. And that's okay. Sometimes I'll receive it, sometimes I won't. You have to be genuine in your intentions. You have to be genuine in your intentions and everything. And like I said, in the beginning, I wasn't perfect, but I was learning. And today I'm like, look, I'm not perfect, but I try to keep my heart as pure as I can. And I really do today. And I can say that with confidence where I'm like, I'm not lying right now. That's great. You know what that's like to not have to lie? Because growing up, like, I could cry thinking about it. I used to have to lie a lot because my family was strict. Every guy I dated was jealous. I had to lie about where I'm going, what am I doing, who am I with. Dumb shit all the time, stupid shit. So to grow up and to feel free. I feel free. I feel free. I do. I really do. I feel so free right now. And I feel so happy. Yeah, there's things I work on. Yeah, there's things I want to still work on, but I am doing that. And I gotta say, I'm letting go of everything that doesn't serve my highest good. I don't care. Yeah, now I purposely tell myself too, because if not, I sit there with that secret. I love that saying in NA. They say secrets will kill. You'll die with your secrets, or your secrets will kill you. Something like that. You're all gifted, though. That's the thing. When you say your gift is amazing, I appreciate the compliment and I welcome it. But I have to be the one to tell everybody, but you're gifted too, though. You just have to accept it. You know what I mean? You're gifted too. And you know you're gifted because you like gifted people. So what does that tell me? That you're gifted. Because only a gifted person can recognize someone else's gifts. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, only a G. Like, when I look at Desiree, I'm like, this bitch is a G. You know how I know that? Because I'm a motherfucking G. And only a G couldn't see another G. A bitch motherfucker will come around us and be like, I'm like, you don't know about shit, motherfucker. You know why? Because you's a bitch-ass motherfucker. But we're having a beach party in Rockaway. Oh, I'm coming. I'm 100% going to be there. 100% coming. I'm serious. But, you know, like when you meet somebody who's gifted, and you're like, oh my God, you're so gifted. You know why you notice that gift? Because you're gifted. You have to be gifted to know a gifted person. You feel me? How did you know when you were gifted? Was there a moment like, damn, yeah. I think the moment was when I started doing drugs. And I hate to say it this way, but doing drugs showed me that I was able to see into and hear into the other world. And I'm grateful that I actually had to go on that journey for me to have a spiritual awakening, you know, so it's kind of like fucked up because I had to go through that to know I was gifted. I knew my whole life, but I would run from it. But those moments after I stopped doing drugs and then I woke up, like something came to me and I was like, I remember that day I told somebody something was going to happen and it did. And that was the time I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I had to go through a dark place to find my light. You see what I'm saying? All right, guys? So you got to go through a dark place to find your light. That's just the way it goes. That's how you have a spiritual awakening. Going through trauma, going through a bad breakup, a divorce, anger, frustration, family shit. It's how you figure yourself out. You have to go through that. That's a spiritual awakening. Something that smacks the shit out of you. All right, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I love you guys. So scary how I am with you right now. I have goosebumps. Yeah, because we all mirror each other. We're not attracted to people we're not mirrored to. A lot of people say they have dreams about me, and I'm like, no, you're not really dreaming about me. I'm playing you in a dream, because that's what they say. Like when you see somebody that you look up to and you see them in your dream, that's actually you playing out a role, right? So it's me playing out your higher self, because that's how you see me, as your higher self. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly, Jeanette. Adversity always brings a seed of equivalent advantage. Damn, you smart as fuck. I know, my love. I'll go back on TV when they give me a show that I could help people in. You know, I could change people's lives. When they do that, I'll go back on. If not, it's not meant to be for me. I really don't care about fame. I really don't. All right, guys, I love you guys. Have a good night. All right, I'm going to eat my wheat, jelly, and butter and go to bed. I love talking to you guys. You guys are my family. Never forget it. I love you, motherfuckers. I got your back. Shit goes down. Holla at me. I love you. Good night, my darlings. Sleep in peace.